It's 7:30. Good morning, I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. An alarming number of AVOs have been taken out against children and teenagers in the Hunter. Figures from the Bureau of Crime Statistics show 166 apprehended violence orders were issued to 10 to 18-year-olds last financial year. Most were granted by the courts to protect other family members, with the majority being issued to males. The Prison Guards Union says they're prepared for whatever happens at Cessnock Jail now a ban on cigarettes has come into force. There are concerns about potential rioting as jails across the state force inmates to quit. Special intervention teams have been formed in case there's trouble. However, Steve McMahon from the Public Service Association says they're not expecting a repeat of the riot at a Melbourne jail here.
There's a marked difference between the way we operate our jails here in New South Wales, and we're very confident that we won't see a repeat of that type of incident. We may see some small disturbances. There's always a potential for a small disturbance, but something like that is highly unlikely here in New South Wales.
Police are looking for a car involved in a hit-and-run accident with a motorbike at Maitland. The car collided with a bike on the New England Highway roundabout near the hospital last Friday afternoon and then sped off, leaving the female rider suffering bruises to most of her body. The vehicle is a silver or champagne-coloured sedan driven by a man in his 50s or 60s. Port Stephens Council has unveiled plans for the development and growth of both Heatherbrae and Raymond Terrace. The strategy is set to guide the development of the two towns into major regional centres, which will provide more jobs and business for the area. Council's planning coordinator Peter Marler says residents are welcome to view and provide feedback on the strategy.
The document's out on exhibition at the moment. Look, we're hoping it will receive the support of the community. There's a lot of great actions in there, and I'd encourage people who live within Raymond Terrace and who visit Raymond Terrace to have a look at the strategy.
A Laguna man has sparked a police search for a missing plane southwest of Cessnock. The man heard the northbound plane backfire yesterday and, fearing the plane had crashed, alerted authorities. A police helicopter searched the area but couldn't find anything, while there were no reports of missing or overdue planes from local aero clubs. The Hunter Medical Research Institute is about to start a new clinical trial into the patterns and effects of poor sleep and inactivity. The study is looking to recruit 60 people aged 30 to 50 from the Hunter region who are often inactive or frequently wake up feeling fatigued. The Institute's Mitch Duncan says the trials are all about improving well-being.
We're trying to use some basic techniques around getting people to monitor how much time they spend sleeping, the quality of that sleep, and how much time they spend physically active, to see if we can then provide them with information about how that changes over time. After we complete this, anyone can then download the app, including anyone in the Hunter region, and use that and hopefully improve their physical activity and sleep.
Hunter residents who are interested can visit balanced.org.au.
Sport for our sponsor, Warners Bay Sports Club, Fishing Expo, September 13.
Newcastle Knights interim coach Danny Badiris has suffered his second consecutive loss, with the Red and Blue going down by 16 points to the Sydney Roosters at Hunter Stadium yesterday. Injuries to enforcer Bo Scott and utility Tyler Randall have added to the Knights' challenge to avoid the wooden spoon, with just 4 games remaining. Knights captain Kurt Gidley says to compete with the top teams, you need to minimise errors and play for 80 minutes.
The best teams, they can be resilient and they can defend those errors and defend those penalties, because I think we've shown we can score points. That isn't our problem, and we need to do that consistently and for longer periods.
The Hamilton Hawks will be sweating on scans to Joe Ackersdyke today after the inspirational number 8 left the field with an elbow injury in the team's 1-point 18-17 victory over the Wanderers on Saturday. The win puts the Hawks in pole position to take out the Newcastle and Hunter Rugby Union minor premiership. And in surfing, Merewether's Philippa Anderson's quest to qualify for the World Championships has taken a hit, crashing out in the first heat at the Copa El Salvador Impresionate. That's sport. I'm Rhys Wicks.
2 in URFM News Time 26 to 8.